Hello everyone. We are here to talk about carbon footprint. We face a global climate emergency. Climate change refers to a rise in average surface temperature on Earth, and it is the defining issue of our time. And we are at a defining moment. There is an increase in temperature over land, increase in tree lines shifting, increase in sea level, increase in humidity. Species are migrating, and these are all indicators of a warming world. Global climate change has already had observable effects on the environment. Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lakes is breaking up earlier, and there is an increased incidence of wildfire across the globe, which has all given rise to global warming. Human activities have increased carbon dioxide emissions, driving up temperatures, which is increasing the change in climate and in turn increasing the global warming. What is carbon footprint? Just like an actual footprint, it is the mark we leave on the environment with every action that releases carbon through direct or indirect human activity. Carbon footprint is measured as tons of carbon dioxide and other equivalent gases, that is, methane and nitrogen oxide, emitted per year. Food's carbon footprint is the greenhouse gas emission produced by growing, rearing, farming, processing, storing and transporting, cooking, and disposing of the food we eat. Food production is responsible for one-fourth of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Carbon footprint includes the overall carbon emission right from production, transportation to distribution. There is a growing awareness that our diet and food choices have a significant impact on the overall carbon footprint. There are massive differences in the greenhouse gas emission of different foods. 1 kg of red meat produces 22 kg of greenhouse gas, which is greater than 1 kg of peas, which produces 1 kg of greenhouse gas. It's pretty much impossible to leave no carbon footprint behind, but that no reason to stop trying. Think about your actions and choices, and you'll be able to reduce your personal mark after all. That's how you really put the boot into the climate change. Gentle footprints today will ensure a path for tomorrow.
Let's get to know about some statistics of carbon footprint. India is the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world. Transportation, housing, and food have the highest carbon footprint. The global system of production, distribution, and landfilling of food accounts for at least 16% of the household carbon emission that causes global warming. An adult man who consumes a balanced diet consumes almost around 1100 grams of food and emits around 700 grams of carbon dioxide equivalents. The greenhouse gas emission during the life cycle of a cooked rice is 2.8 times more than the greenhouse gas emission during the life cycle of a chapati. So, wasn't that some interesting information on the food we eat each day?
So we together have to do a small things to reduce a carbon footprint. Firstly, diet. We have to change from non-vegetarian to a vegetarian diet because vegetarian diet has the lowest carbon footprint as compared to a non-vegetarian diet. Secondly, bring back to home cooking and cook smartly. Did you know that gas cooking is much better option than an electric oven? Also, we can use stove tops while cooking and we can eat a raw food that is salads, fruits and sprouts. Third is eat organic. The crop which is grown in the fertilized soil is fully packed with nutrients and this end up in your food and then in you. Fourth is save water. As we all know, water is very important for all of us. There is a high water wastage is happening at the industrial level. So we have to move to a vegetarian diet which requires about half the water to produce than a meat based diet. Also, we have to reduce the usage of water at personal level. Fifth is shop wisely. Think before you buy. You can avoid product that has a lots of packaging. Also, you can buy groceries in bulk to reduce the packaging. Check the label. If a product has a long list of ingredients, it means it is highly processed food and also it has a high carbon footprint. Also, frozen food have the highest carbon footprints followed by canned, plastic, glass, cardboard. Sixth is shop local. So, if you are buying a product which is from the other side of the world, it will have the highest carbon footprint. So, we have to shift to our local and weekly markets to buy our groceries. Also, we can buy groceries from a nearby farmers that will help our economy to develop and help us to stay healthy. Seventh, reuse and recycle. As Indians, reuse and recycle is inbuilt in our behavior. So, we can use our own old cloth bags for shopping. Also, we can use old glass jars and containers to store the ingredients. And when we can't reuse, make sure you recycle whatever you can. Last but not the least, plant your plate. Grow your own vegetables and fruits in your garden. You can use balconies to grow the garden because it will reduce the carbon footprint and it will help our family to stay fit and healthy. So, let's follow these tips and hold a healthy future for our country.
You just heard a few solutions to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. There are five sources which are the major contributors towards carbon emissions. And by making these changes in these sectors, we find benefits in both our health as well as the environment. First, transport. Did you know that 1 liter of fuel emits 3 kgs of carbon dioxide? This can be reduced with a few simple methods. To reduce CO2 emissions, one can either walk or cycle for short distances or make use of public transport or carpooling for long distances. This not only reduces the pollution level but also increases one's overall fitness level. Second, food processing. Locally grown and organic food as compared to imported food not only reduces the food mile, but also saves fossil fuel. Apart from this, this also improves our overall eating habits and reduces our intake of processed foods. Third, green energy. Air conditioners, out of all the other appliances, emit the most amount of carbon dioxide. Therefore, we should make use of it only when absolutely necessary, and that too only for short durations. Similarly, switching the lights and fans off when not needed reduces the carbon dioxide emissions. Altogether, this saves 800 to 1 kg of carbon dioxide emissions and reduces both indoor and outdoor pollution. Fourth, water conservation. Every action of preserving the quality and quantity of water is beneficial to both us as well as the environment. Therefore, simple methods of reducing the use of a washing machine and fixing leaky taps are few methods through which we can conserve water. Apart from this, proper care of our water sources will ensure safe and clean water for us. This also reduces the risk of waterborne diseases. Also, good quantity water leads to good crop produce, which indirectly prevents food shortage. Fifth, waste management. According to statistics, waste gives out the most amount of carbon dioxide. This can be solved by following the 3R method, that is, reuse, reduce, and recycle. Reduce and reuse. By making use of reusable products such as reusable bottles, reusable cups, reusable straws, we can reduce the production of disposable items of the same, thus reducing the carbon dioxide emission. Recycling. Out of all the three, that is reduce, reuse and recycle, recycling is stated to be the most effective method. Did you know that by recycling one aluminium can, you save 90% of the energy that is needed to make a whole new can? Therefore, indirectly, you are saving 9 kgs of carbon dioxide emission.